we're going to learn more about a nature preserve that Bluffton University has. Joining me today, he is the new Della Moon Endowed Chair in Botany and Environmental Science, Jacob Buchanan. Thanks for coming today.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so first of all, let's talk about this nature preserve, because I think lots of people don't even know you have it, and we can come visit. Are there things to see and do there?
Yeah, so Bluffton University has a 160-acre nature preserve next to our campus. We have a very small campus compared to many other universities, but a very large nature preserve. And so it is open to the public from sun up to sundown. There's a lot of hiking you can do.
That's great.
We have a bunch of different habitats. There's prairie, there's forest, different kinds of forest. There's a big lake, which students and university employees are allowed to fish and kayak in. So there's a lot to do and a lot to see out there.
So that's neat. The public can enjoy it, but then the students use it too. So research and part of the classwork and stuff, does that take place there?
Yes. So part of my position and what I'll be doing now that I've started at Bluffton is I'll be trying to figure out ways to use the nature preserve in as many of the classes as we can, whoever would like to use it. And so I teach an ecology class this semester. I'll teach botany in the spring, and the lab portion of that class I like to do just out at the nature preserve.
Wow, neat stuff. Okay, so we're out there, we're hiking, we're enjoying your nature preserve, and for most of us, we don't realize that some of the stuff out there is not supposed to be here in Ohio. So you have invasive species that you're targeting. So let's talk about that.
Yeah, so we have a few different kinds of invasive species. You can see them pretty much anywhere in the preserve, but mostly toward the edges of the forested areas and more of the open prairie areas. And so we have three main ones that we're removing up at the front of the preserve. So this first one is honeysuckle. And so honeysuckle is identified by its leaves that are placed opposite on the stem rather than alternating sides.
Okay.
And it has many of these small berries which will turn red or orange later in the year. And so birds love to eat these berries, and that's how all three of these species will spread around through birds.
I was going to ask, how did they get here? It's the birds. Okay, so they're having fun eating, but they're bringing it then to us. So where do these things come from? From another state? Out of the country? I don't know, Canada? Where do they come from?
All of these come from a few different places. So we have honeysuckle, we have privet, and we have autumn olive. And so the whole mix of these come from a combination of China, Japan, the Caucasus and the Middle East, and also Europe.
Wow, okay.
And so they grow well in those areas. They also happen to grow well in our area because it has a similar enough climate.
Right.
And so they like to colonize areas that are disturbed and open.
And then some people might ask, well, why do you need to get rid of these? Is it choking off other things that should be here? Is that the plan?
Yeah, so that's the idea. All of these different shrubs grow to be pretty large, up to 15, 20 feet tall, and very bushy. And they form a lot of these berries, so like you can see on the autumn olive here.
Yeah, it's actually kind of pretty. Sorry, that's not good.
And these were planted originally as ornamentals.
Oh,
and
okay.
But animals will spread these around. They love to eat those berries, and they spread the seeds around through digestion. And that's how these will colonize.
And then voila, we got a bunch of them around.
And then it'll grow, it'll block out all the native species that we want to conserve in the same area, which are helpful for wildlife, whereas these tend to be a little more harmful. It's like eating junk food for them.
Oh yeah, junk food bad for us and animals too. Wow, this is really neat to learn about this, the tip of the iceberg, but it's neat that you're helping with the students and doing this. Thanks for coming today.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right, don't go away. We'll take a look at the weather forecast next.